Hello, friends. Today we're going to go over how you can play pretty much the entire Streets of Rage series legally on your phone. Now, you're probably wondering, how do you have these ROMs and how did you get them legally? It's not exactly easy to go find a Genesis cartridge and dump it, which is why a lot of other games are lost media, as we all know. And the answer to that is simple. On Steam, there is a Mega Drive Classics collection that has a select amount of games. It doesn't have all of them, obviously, but a lot of the ones you'd want to play. They used to have the Sonic games on there. They had Gunstar Heroes and the entire Streets of Rage trilogy. Now, what you might not know is that the games that you buy on there literally are just ROMs and an emulator, and they give you unrestricted access to them, meaning that you can take them from your computer and put them on your phone or whatever other device that you decide to emulate on. So there's a number of reasons that this is a good thing besides the obvious legality. The other reason is you're going to need raw copies of these ROMs a lot for ROM hacks and patching and stuff. Also for Streets of Rage 2 New Era, which is something that we'll get into in a few minutes. So I highly recommend go ahead and buying these on Steam because that way you'll pretty much have a permanent legal copy. And if you play a lot of ROM hacks, there's a lot of ROM hacks for Streets 2 and Streets 3. You also need a pretty much unaltered parent ROM for Streets of Rage 2 New Era, which is something we'll get into shortly. So I recommend doing that. I don't know how much they go on sale for, but it's probably like no less than $10. So I think it's worth it. So let's go ahead and get to the game really quick. Alright, so you don't need to see the game being played. We've already seen it played countless times. So that covers 1 through 3. That also covers New Era. You can't play Remake on here natively. I know some people are probably going to ask about that. However, there is a Vita version of Remake, so don't quote me on this, but I think you actually could take the Vita version of the Remake and put it on the Vita emulator, which actually just became public, maybe just only like about a month ago. But I don't have that ready, so I can't really guarantee that, but this is pretty much everything else. All right. So for Streets of Rage 2 New Era, you'll see right here it's going to have a legal disclaimer, and it's going to ask you to point to the ROM. So what I did is I just pointed it to the ROM that I got from Steam. So since you're getting a parent version of the ROM, it's going to obviously be compatible with this. Streets of Rage 2 New Era is, I wouldn't really call it a remake. It's more of like, I guess you could call it a upgraded remaster. It's just kind of a mess of video gaming terms, but basically it upscales the game to HD. It removes lag. There's a bunch of extra modes and stuff. There is also rollback netcode. So, like I said, if you would like to play this, the easiest way is going to be to just buy Streets of Rage 2 off Steam for whatever minuscule price it is, and then it will ask you to point Streets of Rage 2 New Era to the parent ROM. So you can just grab that off Steam, which is what I did. I can confirm that that works. And there you go. This has actually been updated, full disclosure. I haven't updated it in a while. So this game has a bunch of other things as well. It has like built-in timer. I think there's like in-game chat. There's a crazy amount of reverse engineering being done there. I highly recommend it. It is completely free. It's pretty easy to find. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go to Streets 4. As you know, today, version 8 finally dropped after what felt like a decade. So this is going to be a little bit outdated. I don't know when version 8 will hit, but generally this game is ported by PlayDigis, and generally they do pretty good mobile ports of like console and PC games, but the downside is it takes them like months to fix it. So if there's any problems, it takes a long time to fix, and if there's any significant content update, it takes a long time for it to be updated. So A good example would be Dead Cells. Dead Cells just got the last couple major updates bundled into one, but then like a week later, the Castlevania DLC came out, so that's probably not going to be available until like May or June at the earliest. So I don't know when version 8 will come out. If you're fiending for version 8, literally any other version of the game will be better than this, but you can play it on here. I've covered this port in the past. It had some problems before. It definitely does still drop frames a little bit, but hopefully that will be fixed in time. I'm gonna join my Infinite because it's gone in it's gone in version 8. So they actually charge a very cheap price for this. It's a lower base price, and the DLC I think is only like $3. So if you have a telescopic controller and you don't mind killing some of your phone battery to play this, it actually can be a little bit better than the Switch version, just because you can record it and you can also stream as well. So those would be the main benefits, but however, you're going to be waiting quite a while for version 8. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer. I don't want people to go have pitchforks out because they go and spend like $12 on it and it doesn't have version 8. Just a heads up. So finally, I should give a disclaimer that this is not publicly available yet. I assume it will be soon, but Streets of Rage X is just got a new beta, as I put up that little mic-free video earlier. I think it was yesterday I put it up. So you can also play this. This is pretty much the most recent game that you can play in the Streets of Rage series. Streets of Rage X is essentially the first 3 games, but with a multitude of new mechanics. As you can see here, there's rage attacks, which are supers. There's parries, there's counters, there's OTGs. You have Streets of Rage 4 special system. You have the walls and the screen lock from Streets 4. So if you like the old games, but you're kind of tired of playing them as they are, I would highly recommend this. And plus, it's free too. So I mean, if you want to play it, it doesn't really cost anything. Just get a telescopic controller and you can play this just fine. I've covered this multiple times in the past. The main new things in this version is pretty much going to be the Streets of Rage run route, so you can play through the entirety of Streets of Rage 1 with the new mechanics and everything. And then also at the bottom there, you see if you beat the game 3 times, you can get infinite juggles and OTGs. So that sounds pretty juicy to me. So we'll have to try to unlock that at some point in the future. Make sure it didn't reset. Hold on. There we go. I think there were some minor mechanics changes as well, but he's mostly been focused on... Oops. I guess I reset the stuff in here by accident. There we go. Yeah, he added like a preset so you could play the game with the bonus features, but without all the new mechanics and stuff. There we go. Now I can run. See the screen lock there. As long as they're on the screen, the borders will lock, just like Streets 4. Alright, well there you go. Hope you like that little video, you can pretty much play the entire series minus the remake on your phone and legally, which is pretty damn impressive. Uh, I think remake would probably be the hardest one to run because I don't think there's a native port of it. You'd probably have to run through Vita 3K and use the version on there, but I don't know how easy or hard that is to do. If I get around to that at some point, I'll let you guys know. But pretty much all this, the main like effort you'd have to do is just buy the games off Steam and then put them on here, and that will allow you to play the original three, the ROM hacks, and then New Era. And then from there, you can buy Streets of Rage 4 on the Google Play Store. I think it'll be like maybe $12 or so for everything, if I remember correctly. That's including the DLC. And then New Era, just drag and drop on your phone for free. Not New Era, but Streets X, just drag and drop on your phone for free. Hope this helps people. I'll probably be doing some commentated runs of Streets of Rage X sometime this week. Thanks for watching.